I learned the history of track and field and the skills needed in order to perform well in this sport.
Track and field taught me the importance of persistence.
What have you learned in track and field 2021 to 2022? Track is definitely not a sport you should be doing online since movements are limited. But all throughout the school year, I was able to learn more on the basics and how track isn't all about running. I was able to explore more on yung mga different core exercises, upper body exercises, etc. and how this will help you gain speed on the oval itself. Overall, the experience was tiring, but despite that, it was fun and knowledgeable.
I have learned discipline.
What I've learned in track and field is the motivation you gain once you train and practice more. I learned different types of exercises and that running is not the only thing about track and field. There are different ways to increase your speed and strength, and it's not only through running.
What I learned from track and field is that you can do track like anywhere. It is easy to utilize any materials you have at home, and it is easy to do exercises that relate to this sport because it is almost like an all-around sport. I was able to have fun with the workouts even if it was online, and I was able to learn a lot this year.
The things I've learned in track would be the new exercises coach introduced to us, and the pandemic taught me that even though we can't see each other, it's still important to train to stay healthy and prepare for face-to-face competitions.
One thing that I learned in track and field despite having a pandemic is that you can still have a productive day even though you're just at home and not running in an oval.
Some lessons I've learned in track despite the pandemic happening is how to manage time and routines. It was a challenge to get back on track on trainings due to the lack of exercise since we couldn't go out to train and actually run. Another lesson that I've learned is that consistency is key because you need to make sure that we still have that determination and energy in us. With the help of the teachers, coaches, and leaders, they make sure that we are also still attentive and alert with submitting requirements.
During this pandemic, we trained mostly indoors, and it is very different from how we trained before during face-to-face. But even though our workouts and how we train as a team is different, we aim to work hard and have fun every meeting. And for me, in this pandemic, it helped me realize and know my strengths and weaknesses and what I want to accomplish as a runner in the future.
Track and field taught me the importance of teamwork and perseverance, especially during the pandemic.
What I learned in track and field is that it takes a lot of effort and discipline. I also learned that if you put your mind on something or focus on a certain goal, it is achievable.
A value that I got from track and field is perseverance.
Ever since I took track and field as my gift for senior high school, I've learned the value of patience, consistency, and also resiliency.
Track and field taught me that hard work and determination pays off.
Despite the pandemic happening, I have learned that we should always strive hard for our goals because without it,